I'm all at 23. Have been married to my wife for just over 5 years. We have a 4-year-old daughter. For the past week or two, I've had my suspicions that my wife was talking to someone and or cheating on me last night after I got home when she was asleep. I checked her phone and confirmed my suspicions. She has been talking to a coworker, and the texts from the past 2 days. Previous texts were deleted ranged from both of them saying I love you too, making plans today for him to come to my house today while I'm at work. While they didn't definitively say they were going to have sex, it was strongly implied. There is some evidence of other sexual acts already having taken place. I'm now sitting at Waffle House after calling into work to say I'm not coming in. I plan on trying to get proof of the visit. If he does come over, by watching when my alarm is disarmed through the app of my phone. After my research, if it ends in divorce, if I can prove she has committed adultery, she will not be eligible for any alimony in my state. I could stop them from having sex by going home and confronting her before it happens, but it could cost me a lot in the long run if our marriage just fall apart. I love her and don't want it to end, but I can't see how I can forgive her for this. Even if I confronted her now, I would always still feel the same as if she did have sex with him. This hurts me so much. I love her more than anything, and I feel like there's a hole in my chest and later my stomach. I am physically hungry, but I can't bring myself to eat because I'm so nauseous. I can't stop shaking. I can't think straight. I feel like a part of me has been ripped out. I am terrified of what this will mean for my life, and more than that, the life of my daughter. I don't know what to do. Here's the first update. First off, thanks for the silver. Too bad my Reddit award had to be for this, but thanks nonetheless. Huge thanks to everyone for all the advice, suggestions, and support. While I still feel physically sick, I am able to think clearer. Thanks to everyone. We'll keep you updated as this unfolds. And here's the second update. I just want to say thanks again. I haven't left this post since I created it and have still not stopped reading. This is the only thing keeping me sane right now. If you're just getting here, please don't think because there are 250 plus comments that your opinion or advice isn't important. I've read every single comment with an open mind and I am factoring all of them into what I do. Also, it really helps a lot. I have yet to confront them as the guy hasn't shown up and I don't think he will. Today, at least maybe she caught on that. I knew I tried to play it like nothing was wrong this morning when I left. But damned it, it hurt. Not sure if she bought it. In their texts, they planned for him to come over Thursday morning. It is currently 12:40 p.m. If he doesn't show up, I think I'm going to talk to her about it tonight. Here is the third update. They just keep coming. Every single one of you. Awesome. You're really helping me to get through this. The guy never showed up. So here's the current plan. I'm going to act like nothing is wrong for now. After talking to you all and family, I think I can put on to act like nothing is wrong. I'll go see a lawyer in the morning, and I talked to API that I'll probably be hiring. I know from the text that she planned on having him come over during the hunting trip I have planned for the next weekend, so I'm going to make sure I go and that the pie knows. I think I've decided I'm done. I don't want to try to fix it. I'm going to cover my ass and get out. It's just not an affair in the sense that she's having sex. She tells me she loves him and she doesn't seem to love me anymore. I feel like she's trying to use me. She wanted a new car and for me to pay for her to go to school, but wanted to be with him currently. She left to presumably pick up my daughter from daycare. I'm watching the time. I know how long it should take. As she takes longer, I can guess where she went. Either way, I'm going to try to make it through Christmas and my daughter's birthday next Friday without saying anything about this. Hopefully the PI can find evidence then. Wish me luck. Update for get ready, this is a big one. Their words, not mine. So I came home and acted normal. Everything seemed normal. We joked a bit and hope. Man, if that doesn't hurt when you're heartbroken and had dinner sitting on the couch. After dinner, she asked me to pause the TV and asked when I was going to mention it. I asked what it was and she said she knew. I saw the text start the conversation. She tells me that he didn't come over, which I obviously knew. And then she told him she doesn't want to talk to him anymore. She blocked his number. Obviously, since she has done this, the original plan is off the table. I still love her. My heart is broken. I don't know if I can ever forgive her or trust her. I don't know if I can be in a relationship with her. She wants to work on us. I don't know if I'm willing to or not. She says she was talking to him because she didn't feel wanted. She didn't feel a deep emotional connection between us, and he knew all the right things to say. She said she told him she couldn't be with him and told him multiple times she was done with him. Yet here she is inviting him to her house. She said it wasn't a choice what she felt for him. The exact story was along the lines of he was banging at my register one day and I accidentally touched his hand and it was like electricity. I know you're probably reading this and thinking it was a load of BS. Yeah, me too. I'm supposed to trust her. I can't see her side of this, so I give her a chance. So I try to work on things. I don't know. Do I want to? Is it worth it? I have to figure all this out. I told her I can't decide now. I have to think about it. I'm thinking about asking some coworkers. No family in town. Perks of being in the military. If I can crash on their couch for a few days, get away from it all and think. Of course I'd come back for Christmas for my daughter's sake. I don't see any point in hiring the PI now, as I genuinely don't think she'd do anything for a while. Maybe I'm wrong. Obviously, I have been before. I'm taking plenty of precautions in the meantime to make sure I know what she's doing. And if anything is questionable, I'm done. Of course I won't tell her about any of this. This will be my last update for today. Please continue to offer your perspective and advice, but I think this is largely a decision I'll have to make after due consideration. And let's move on to the next update. Unanswered questions. My feelings and the plan would have got titles now. I'm going to do a little Q&A section for the most asked questions. Question. How did she find out? I know. Answer 2 ways. She had a strong suspicion that I knew because when she woke up, there was a notification on her phone for a new screenshot, but when she clicked it, there was no file. She was 100% sure I knew. Once she found this post. Yep, she's seen it. She's probably reading this now. Hi, wife. I'll get more into that later. Question. What did she say when I asked if she had sex with him? Answer. She said no. I'm inclined to believe her because many of the texts, including some of the last ones, he was saying how excited he was to finally see how hot her lady parts is. He says it's a direct quote, but I obviously changed it to clean it up a little bit. Now, does this mean I believe that she didn't know? Not at all. It doesn't change how I feel whether she did or not. She planned on it and probably would have if I hadn't found out. It'll be a long time before we ever are intimate again, if we ever are. I will definitely have us both checked for STDs. Next question. How do I know she won't do it again? Answer. Obviously I don't. If we try to fix things, I'll probably never be able to fully trust her again. She's going to have to prove that she will be 100% honest with me. Here's the first test to my wife. If you're reading this, text me now. Text me right now and tell me stop reading and text me. I will know if you have read it and don't tell me it will be over. Some info on the comments I've seen. I'd say roughly 80–90% of you are telling me to lawyer up and leave her. Of that 80–90%, around 20% is actually making any kind of argument as to why I should rather than just saying once a cheater, always a cheater or something similar. The other 10–20% are telling me to either give it a shot or to do what I want. What makes me happy? The majority of those posters are making good arguments as to why I should stay. Thank you to everyone that has commented. It means so much to me that so many internet strangers have taken the time to try and help or comfort me. Also, please don't downvote people because you don't agree with their opinion. Everyone's opinion matters even if it doesn't align with yours. I feel like an update for I represented her wrongly. She was saying that she did what she did with him because she felt unwanted, but she understood that it was her fault. She knows she should have talked to me. She knows she is the one in the wrong. She says she doesn't blame me for it. I didn't push her away and make her do this. She says she could control how I felt for him, which I still have a hard time believing, but she could have controlled what she did. She let him talk her into it, because I think that even if she doesn't realize it, it's what she wanted at the time. Our marriage hasn't been perfect. We've had issues. We've had issues communicating, especially lately. We've not had a great sex life. I felt like she didn't care enough and she felt like I didn't care enough. Neither of us tried enough to work on it. Does that mean I blame myself for this? Heck, no, not even a little. She did this and she knows that's how I feel. I'm not trying to make you guys like her. I just want you to understand that I don't think and never did think that she is a whore. That is a terrible person. She has a terrible wife for what she did to me, but in general is not a bad person. Now, for the plan going forward, I fought long and hard. Pato P's reaction, not mine. Last night and this morning about what I wanted. What would make me happy. I'm not going to make the decision to stay or leave based on what she wants. I'm not going to decide to stay to keep our family together. I have to make it based on what I want. I want to stay with her, but that doesn't mean I've decided to. I want us to work things out and talk to counselors and our marriage be better than ever, but I have no idea if that will happen. After I knew she read this post,